Welcome to the Lightning Round, brought to you by Moviga. I'm Brian with your weekly source for all things movies, video games, and more. So go ahead and grab your ponchos and let's catch up on this week's news. Well, the Madame Moab movie is out and the reviews are not looking great. Dakota Johnson did say that some major changes were made to the script after she signed on, but I never feel like that's a great sign when there are qualifying statements coming out before a movie's official launch or right at the beginning. The characters reportedly seem pretty stiff in how they're written, with lots of exposition from the characters as well as several overdubbed lines, enough to be a point in several of the reviews, which seems odd to me that would be something that would slip through. There was also major changes made to the Madame Web character from the comics for this movie, so this movie seemed maybe a little misguided from the onset, and that it wasn't made specifically for fans of the comic. Hopefully this doesn't affect any future movies or chances of seeing other Spider People in live action, because that would be unfortunate. In happier news, the Fantastic Four cast has been announced, and I could not be more excited. First up, we have Pedro Pascal playing Reed Richards. I think that this is going to be super fun. Myself and the rest of the world included has just fallen in love with Pedro Pascal, and I could not be more excited to see him as Reed Richards now. Vanessa Kirby coming on as Sue Storm. Eben Moss-Backrack as Ben Grimm as The Thing. This is maybe the most exciting casting. I think it's just perfect. He's going to do a great job. And last but not least, Joseph Quinn is coming on as Johnny Storm, the Human Torch. You might know Joseph Quinn from the Stranger Things series. He played Eddie, one of my favorite characters, and he just killed it, absolutely crushed it, and I have no reason to doubt that he will do a phenomenal job as the Human Torch. Skull and Bones has come out, an Ubisoft game about being a pirate, and its reviews have been kind of all over the place. Some middling and then some on the higher end, which is exciting. It is getting a lot of comparisons to another Ubisoft game, which would be Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, which is one of my personal favorite games. And so this game seems to be a little bit more simple, a little bit more focused on just piracy in general and not getting as deep into the weeds as Black Flag. Some will probably see that as a good thing and others maybe not so much, but either way, the game looks pretty cool. And anytime there's pirates involved, I'm usually in. Respawn Studios is reportedly currently working on a Mandalorian video game. I love Respawn. Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor were excellent, and so I'm excited for them to be taking on the Mandalorian story as well, and maybe giving us some more awesome Star Wars video game content. Well, it looks like the storm has passed. Be sure to check out Moviga Podcast wherever you listen to podcasts, and find even more nerdy stuff at movigapodcast.com. That's where we're talking all things movies, video games, and more. Once again, I'm Brian, and thanks for joining me this week for The Lightning Round.